This was actually a 1-to-9 risk to reward. I caught about 106 pips. I'm gonna show you guys the screenshot. This was an amazing trade. I had amazing confluences. But first and foremost, I want to show you guys, of course, the process that it took to basically get to this trade, which was absolutely mind-blowing. And to me, it was pretty easy for me to just not take the trade. Shout out to all the people from Instagram, from TikTok, from YouTube, everybody that is watching. I appreciate you guys. Now let's get to it. You know, the first thing that I always make sure that I look at is that I mark up my psychological levels, right? My psychological levels basically give me a strong bias of where the strong areas are going to hold, where I could take my take profit, or where I could even put my stop loss, right? Or I could use those areas as reactions and confluences and things like that. So the first thing that I saw in this area right here was this, right? We saw that we are here consolidating, right? We see that we make the low of the week right here, right? We make this low of the week and then we push up higher to take out this high, but we have an imbalance right around this area. So you see a lot of these wicks, they're basically sitting right around here. Now I'm going to basically, this is going to blow your mind, and you know, you might actually take this, you may not, but I use these as confluences and reaction zones. So it is near the 1.16 flat area, right? We're going to mark this as a red because I like my red zones. Oh wait, I got to change the color of that. Is it this one? This one. Wait, let me see. Is it? I'm very picky with my colors. I'm sorry. One. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so the 1.16 flat area, right? So I'm gonna go to my coordinates and I'm going to make sure that it aligns exactly at the 1.16. So you guys see how it's literally wicking this area right here. Just wicking it. It's using it as a strong level. So that means that it's holding off. And it aligns with the imbalance that we have in this area right here. So what am I thinking? Here's when I get interested. I'm like, okay, cool. Like now, since we made this new low and we have been trading lower, as you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame, right? We have been trading lower for quite some time after this big move to the downside. We've been trading lower for quite some time. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like maybe we can start seeing, you know, some bearish pressure to this 2020 low that we have right here to the left side, right? Which let me put up a little higher. Right? Or we could go to the monthly time frame and we see, because we've hit lows that we never hit before. So this right here is the 2020 low, and this right here is the 1985 low. So that is that's quite some time. Okay, so let's go back real quick, and you know, so that we are, of course, we are in the same page, right? So we are at the 1.16 flat area. I gotta put it on the text. 1.16 flat area. So now here is where I go to the structure. I like my structure zones. I really do. I really believe in structure. And I just like how this move played out, right? So now I need a reaction, right? We got a lower low, lower high, lower low. We broke out of this low, came back to test the 116, but I need something more clean, right? And which is where the next candle ends up happening. This requires a lot of patience. You can't just go ahead and decide to jump in, you know, in these crazy moves, right? So here's what happens, right? We get a bearish candle. We respect the level. We break. We're still here, right? But we haven't broke lower. Now we did. We broke lower. Here is the point where I become absolutely interested in this zone right here. Here's where I get interested. Now, I'm marking my mid-level. Where's my mid-level? My mid-level, it is... Where's the mid-level? Okay, so the 1.15 500. That is where the area is. So let's fix it real quick, right? Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it, right? So now we are absolutely here. So I'm looking for price to come back somewhere around this area right here to come target these lows, these weekly lows, and potentially come back to the 2020 low. But I'm not interested in any of that. I am pretty comfortable with getting 100 pips of profit from this drop. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Okay, so what I wait for is some more reaction. I'm waiting for some more reaction. And here is where I become interested, because now we not only did we break out of this zone right here, we also broke the structure right here. So we could wait for price to come back to this zone or just tap our mid level, the 1.15500, which is why I don't know if you guys noticed, but look, I have the 1.15 area right here and the 1.16, right? Because it, and you know, I use the middle as an area of like, okay, cool, like maybe this can be some reaction right around here. So I could use that as an entry level, because why not, right? Which is what I ended up doing. So what I'm waiting for now is that I put the limit right here, and I place the stop loss a little bit below right here, right? Because I know that price shouldn't come up all the way up here. So I go into the lower time frames, and this is where I basically end up getting my stop loss right here, a 16 pip stop loss. Because if you guys can see on the shoulder time frames, you see that we are trending out. We're just demolishing this, going lower, right? Trading lower. And then now let's go back to the 1 hour time frame, because I like the 1 hour just for confluences and things like that. So now what happens? We trade lower. What happens here, right? We completely demolish this imbalance that we have right in this area right there. Because some people, they could, you know, what they could do is, okay, cool, we broke above this high, so let's just buy right here to continue trading higher. I stick to my bias. If it's a bearish market, I'm gonna keep taking sales until further notice. Why would I be taking buys when this whole thing has been trending down since God knows what? Like, look, it's been trading down for quite some time, if you guys see it on the graph. So why would I take a sell when, why would I take a buy when it sells all the time? And the fundamentals back it up. You know, the GDP numbers, the CPI numbers, the economy, all of that other stuff, they all back it up. So now what am I thinking now? Since we completely broke out of this and we feel this imbalance right here, the market is going to antagonize people into maybe getting into a buy here, most likely, right? So I'll patiently wait, because I know that this is going to break the low of the week that we have right around here. So I'm placing my TP right here, and let's just see what happens on the next candle. Break lower, and then look what happens, right? Beautiful. You see how it wicked the 115? I'm telling you, these psychological levels, they don't play. They are pretty serious, and I've learned to, because it makes sense. So why would a bank say, oh yeah, go drop the price at the 1.15 158? It just doesn't make any sense. It will make it an absolute headache for the banks to do that. So why would they do that? You know, they just say, hey, drop it to the 115. Let's just get some reaction off of that level. Let's get some people in here, right? So I get my entry right over here, because like I said, this is what I've been waiting for this whole time, right? This low, for it to come back up, and now look what happens after this. We break lower, right, on the shorter time frame, so you guys can see, right? Look at this. This entry was absolutely beautiful, bro. This was a masterpiece of an entry, and we just keep on trading lower and lower and lower, right? Until we completely just demolish this. Now, I mean, if anybody else wanted to get in, right, they could have gotten in on a retracement, but I wasn't interested, because I was already I was in deep in here. So I was already 70 pips in profit, and I was like, you know what, let me just leave my things running. Let me not need anything else, and, you know, get a retracement. And that is all she wrote right there. Look, that was a perfect entry right there too. For anybody else that was interested, come up, back, reaction of the 115 right there. And then look at that. TP hits. I don't make this stuff up, man. I really don't. It's insane. I remember before, like, how hard it was for me to even go ahead and catch just 20, 30 pips. And, you know, I've only been in this Forex journey for about almost a year. And just the stuff that I've been able to learn and grasp, and the people who I've been able to basically get a little bit of info from, it's absolutely crazy to me. It's mind blowing. And just to even think about that, it's insane. Just the knowledge, man. Just the knowledge, bro. I was never able to catch these moves or catch 100 pips. I thought that catching 100 pips was absolutely impossible until I finally did it. But without further ado, man, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man.